In this video, you will learn how to create an annotated bibliography. We will review what an annotated bibliography is and the format you should use for creating one. By the end of this lesson, you will be ready to create your annotated bibliography. An annotation is a summary, explanation, note, or evaluation of a text. You're familiar with making annotations as you read through texts in your English class. A bibliography is a list of books, articles, websites, journals, or other periodicals. So based on these two definitions, when we put the words together, think for yourself, what is an annotated bibliography? For our purposes, an annotated bibliography is an evaluative summary of each of your sources. It includes the source itself presented in MLA-style format, and we will go over what we mean by that, a summary of what the source presents about the topic, an assessment of the credibility of the source, in other words, a statement about why that source is credible, a notation of any potential bias that exists in the source, and your goal in using this source. How will the source help you in your research process? Basically, to create the annotated bibliography, for each of your sources, you cite the source using MLA formatting and then write a short paragraph that summarizes and evaluates it. Citing a source simply means giving credit to the people who published the information. MLA, which stands for Modern Language Association, is just one of the formatting styles for professionally citing information that's used in research and other types of papers. You need to use the specific MLA style for the kind of work you are citing. That means that there is a very specific order for putting the author's name, the publisher, where it was published, etc. And you need to follow the MLA style for the kind of work you're using. For example, you would cite the work found in a book differently from how you would cite the work found on a website. Websites like EasyBib.com and Purdue's OWL help you in putting the work in the correct format. There is a link in this assignment as to a simple tool that you can use for citing works properly using the MLA style. After you cite your work correctly at the top of the page, you're going to write at least one paragraph that summarizes and evaluates the information. Begin by summarizing the key points that the author makes in the work, noting whether it is a primary or secondary source. Explain any bias that the source may have, and conclude with how this work is going to add to your overall finished project. Why is it an important piece to include, and what about it makes it important to your project? Let's look at an example. Let's say my research question was, how have family traditions changed in the last 50 years? On this screen, you will see what my annotated bibliography for one of my sources could look like. It begins with the author and publication information typed in MLA format and is followed up with a short paragraph of the information. The paragraph includes a summary of what the data said, a statement that explains any bias and tells what my source type is, and then concludes with a sentence of how this information is going to help me answer my research question. Use the information from your topic proposal and your source scavenger hunt and complete an annotated bibliography for at least 3 of your sources. If your teacher gives you different instructions as to how many annotated bibliographies that you're expected to complete, then by all means follow your teacher's instructions. Good luck!